Hey, thanks for watching Numbskull News. And today, I want to talk about Coach Prime. More specifically, the people that have a problem with Coach Prime. And I have a problem with people having a problem with Coach Prime. Now, there's two major things people seem to have a problem with when it comes to primetime Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. First problem, prayer. People have a problem with Coach having his players pray. in a day and age where everybody wants to, or certain people, they one day they're a guy, one day they're a girl, one day they're neither, or asexual, or whatever. You got a problem with prayer? In a day and age when we have drag queens going into the elementary schools teaching young kids how to twerk, we got a problem with prayer? People need to shut up. Whoever's got a problem with prayer, all right, with young men, all right, this isn't elementary school kids. All right, these are young men in college, athletes. If they choose to pray with Coach Prime, it ain't none of your fucking business. The last time I checked, he's not holding a gun on anybody, forcing anybody to do anything. All right, it's prayer. This isn't young kids in elementary school being groomed for whatever. All right, these are young men, young adults that are choosing to pray with Coach Prime. Shut the hell up. That's all I got on that. Is shut up. Bitch about it if you want, but what do you come off as? You come off as some narcissistic piece of shit because people want to pray and you don't. Then don't. You don't got to. You want to burn in hell forever, knock yourself out. I mean, really, knock yourself out. I got no problem with Coach Prime being a religious man. Fine. Let him be a religious man. That's one of the aspects I actually the most like about Coach Prime. You don't like that? Tough shit. And most of the people that are bitching about that, I guarantee you, they're not even sports fans. They're just assholes. Next up, people have a problem with Coach Prime and the transfer portal. On several different levels. So let me first start with the head coach for Pitt. All right. My mom has had a great saying that fits perfectly with the Pitt head coach. And no, I didn't write down his name. I don't give a damn about his name. All right. What's your name? No one gives a damn what your name is. My mother's saying was mind your own knitting. In other words, mind your own fucking business, coach of Pitt. I mean, when's the last time y'all were, I don't know, competing for a national championship? When was the last time? When was the last time you were actually, I don't remember the last time you won the ACC and you want to bitch about Coach Prime. Oh, that's not what the transfer portal was ever meant to be. Well, this isn't even the old transfer portal where you had to miss a year if you wanted to transfer. Now it's willy-nilly. It's the Wild West. You can transfer wherever you want. What do you mean he's using it like it is never intended to? Well, apparently, if you could transfer and don't have to sit out a year, you could transfer pretty much whenever you want. I mean, although there's transfer windows, and you can transfer for whatever freaking reason. You don't even need a reason. Well, who says you can't use it like Coach Prime? Of course you can. He ain't breaking any laws. He ain't breaking any NCAA rules. Apparently there is no rules. So, dumbass, maybe you ought to hit the portal. Next, people have a problem with the portal because all these kids left Colorado. They were 1-11 last year. You know what he's doing? He's getting out. He's cleaning out that locker room. This is a complete culture change in Colorado football. Get these people the hell out of here who don't care about winning. That's what Coach Prime is trying to instill in this program. It's all about winning. What does he say? You want to be treated, you want to get paid now, you want to get paid like a professional. I'm going to treat you like a professional. And that's exactly what these kids are now. In the era of NIL, they are professional athletes now. Screw your student athlete crap. That's been bullshit for a long, long time in college sports. And it wasn't just SMU back in the 80s that were paying everybody. Don't think there weren't friends of the program for Alabama. Don't think there's not friends of the program for Georgia or for Texas or for OU or for any of these freaking high level schools and these big time legendary head coaches. No, they were all paying their players under the table. Here's a car for mom. Here's a house for dad. Here's a tractor. Here's whatever. It was happening all the time, and everybody knows it. Now it's legal. Now you can shut the hell up. And people want to get pissed off. Oh, these poor kids, they're being forced out. They're being forced out. That's being a professional, dumbass. This is what Deion has been most of his life. In the professional ranks, I mean, what did Coach Prime do his whole career? Started out in Atlanta. Hey, I got a better opportunity to win a championship over here with the 49ers. Goes to the 49ers. Hey, the Cowboys are offering me a shit ton of money. And they're the freaking Cowboys. They already won a couple of titles. I can go there and get me another one. He gets them another one. You see what? And he moved around after that. Coach Prime, in his playing days, Deion Sanders was a hired gun. As a kid, as a Cowboy fan in high school, I didn't like that. I didn't like him being a hired gun. I didn't like the Cowboys going out and paying for Deion Sanders. I like the homegrown thing. Well, I have evolved since then. I'm now 45 years old. I understand the way business works. I understand now what Deion was doing. And, God bless him for doing it. He set himself and his family up for life. He was smart. He's trying to teach these kids how to be smart. And he's not going to treat them like little babies, because they're not babies. These kids can be, you can give them guns and send them to war. To war. At 18, 19. They can go die in a foreign land, but they can't make money and they can't be forced out of Colorado because they suck. Of course they can. It's time to start learning those football lessons, gentlemen. When you don't live up, you're gone. That's the way it should be. And Coach Prime ain't hiding from it. What did he tell them all? Hit that portal. And a lot of them did. Good. And there was other people saying, well, the guys he's bringing in through the portal, they're no better than the guys that are leaving. So what are you doing? You're changing the culture is what you're doing. You don't want to use the same trash that was there, and I'm sorry. But they're 1-11. And they've been horrible for years and years and years. Colorado has sucked. He's trying to change that whole thing around. You can't do it when people are infected. They're infected with this virus of losing. All right? You can't. It's not as simple as just hitting them with a shot and you're going to clear all that up. No. At this point, these kids have already gotten other head coaches and coaches fired. So Deion comes in there. He's like, oh, no. Y'all are coach killers. You ain't killing me. I'm killing you. Get out. Get out. I'll bring people in to replace you. People that is not from here, that want to come here and play for Coach Prime. They want those expectations. All right? They're not afraid of the challenge. That's what he's wanting. And thank God for that. I'm tired of hearing about coaches and everyone else want to tiptoe around players and shit. Oh, but these poor college players, they make no money. They make money now. If they're good enough, if they can build any kind of a brand, yeah. And Coach Prime, he's got everything primed and ready for them to make money, to build a brand. But you got to go out there and ball out. And before you can go on the field and ball out, you got to do it on the practice field. You got to do it in the weight room. You got to do it with your diet. You got to do all of it. That's the expectation now in Colorado, to build a winner. That's what Coach Prime has been brought in to do. Change the culture and turn this thing into a winner. And you're not going to do that with the same kids that are la-zi-da, walking around like there's no expectations. Now there's expectations. And if you don't like it, get the hell out. That's what he's saying. And if you don't leave, I'm going to force you out. He knows what it looks like. He knows. This dude's been around the game his whole life. He went through it on an old school type of way down there in Miami and all around the country, playing for old school coaches. He knows what football is supposed to. He knows what a football player is supposed to look like, what the mentality, what the work ethic is, the willingness to sacrifice. He knows that stuff. So, to me, it's like, when I hear all this stuff, I'm like, oh, that's exactly what that program needs. A hard ass who wants the best for you. He wants you to succeed. He wants you to get paid. All right, not just in college ranks. He wants to see you get to the NFL and wants to see you do great and get that money. He wants you to get the bag. But he knows what it takes to get it, because he's gotten many bags throughout his career. He's gotten paid over and over and over again through his career. He knows what it takes. People bitching don't know what it takes. Not really. Does the Pitt head coach really know what it is to be successful? Does he? I mean, I ain't seen it yet. So, to me, I'm trusting Coach Prime. And if you are a Colorado fan, you ought to be damn excited that you're getting this 111 stuff the hell out of the locker room. And you bring in some kids. Maybe they're not any more talented. Maybe they're a little less talented than some of the kids you lost. In football, it's not about the individually talented player. It's about the group coming together, buying in. On game day, everyone has each other's back and works together as a team, going 100%. It's about the motor and the intelligence. It's more about those things than your actual technique or actual God-given talent. It really, truly is. That's why football is the greatest game on earth. There were people that were more talented than Ray Lewis. Believe it or not. He was a great athlete, but there were bigger guys. There were faster guys. There were quote unquote more talented guys, but none of them wanted it more than that guy. And there's examples of that all throughout the history of the NFL. Guys who were never the fastest, the strongest, the most athletically gifted, the greatest player ever, didn't have all the natural God-given abilities that some of these other guys did, but they achieved a hell of a lot more because they had it in their chest. They had it in their heart. That's what Deion's looking for. That's what he's trying to grab onto and drag out of these kids. Some kids, it's just not there. And I trust that a guy like Deion Sanders, who's been around this game for a very long time, can identify that. It's okay. We can't do nothing with this kid. He's got some talent, but he ain't got the ticker. Let's move on. I'll take a lesser talented guy who's just hungrier and wants it more. So that's my 2 cents for whatever you want to take it on Coach Prime. Coach Prime's doing exactly what he needs to do to be successful in Colorado. If you don't like it, you ain't gotta like it. Go watch something else. Kiss my ass, kiss Coach Prime's ass, kiss everybody's ass. Anyway, that's all I got. Have a nice day. I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.